Good evening, gamers. Sorry for the brief delay there. Welcome one, welcome all, welcome to E-Rev TV. I am Pat, the Twiz Harrison, and I'm bringing you guys some League of Legends action tonight as we have Team OGB and HKEGG going on, and this is the ESL Finals match for the qualifier. So it's pretty interesting. And, of course, co-casting alongside of me this evening is going to be Centripetal, one of our new casters that we've brought on. And let's talk a little bit about both of the teams real quick here, as we have Tarek, Scion, Urgot, Udyr, and Gangplank going to be the lineup for OGB. And for HKEGG, we have Gragas, Morgana, Ashe, Warwick, and Janna. And the players playing these people are, let me give you all of their names here so they can get their moment of spotlight. Lightning Be Crutched, I'm a Cutie Pie, Ghetto Fabulous, and V-Man 7. Lacey, Whitey's, Knob HK, perhaps TKY, and Fiona Best going to be the summoners for HKEGG. Now, we've casted one of these matches for each of these people before in the ESL right now, so why don't you tell me a little bit about what we're expecting to see out of this Centripetal?
With this Morgana and Janna pickup, they're definitely going to focus on a very Ashe-oriented lineup. They're going to use the double shields to make sure that she is protected from Tarek and Scion stuns. So it's really going to be up to Team OGB to see how they deal with getting to that Ashe to stopping her from doing that massive damage.
Yeah, like that's some major points there. And I noticed one thing about the items that you had mentioned earlier whenever we had actually kind of messed up and forgot to go live, is that Ashe is picking up what'd you say, cloth armor and some health pods here were going to be the key things that she was getting that's going to help her get some sustainability in middle.
Yeah, definitely. It's going to help out a lot against Urgot, because Urgot's a very harass-heavy mid-champion. So the cloth armor plus 5 health pots is going to be huge for Ashe to stay in the lane and keep her CS up.
Yeah, absolutely. Again, man. So if you're wanting to join us in the chat here, guys, we do a lot of cool things at E-Rev. One thing is we're really community-oriented. We love to do shout-outs and stuff. So, like, if you come on to roarchat.net, there is a channel called E-Rev-N, and this is where we've got the live ESL match. You don't even have to actually have a account to log in there, but you can head on over there, do your shout-outs from there, talk with other gamers about what you're seeing on the screen, and make sure you basically mingle it up, is what I like to call it, and it's going to be a pretty epic match that we see here, and I think everybody's going to enjoy it. So, any pregame thoughts here, Centripetal, about the laning? What we're going to see in what lane and what's going to happen here?
The Tarek Morgana, the Scion Morgana lane is going to be. It's probably just going to be a farm off. It's very unlikely that either champ's going to get a kill without a lot of jungle ganks. But we do have two very capable jungle gankers. I mean, Udyr and Warwick both have strong ganks, especially Warwick after 6. So we'll definitely see how that comes into play.
Okay, and early on we're seeing Tarek already coming to middle for a little bit of early game harass here on Knob HK, but that's not going to do a lot because, as you mentioned, I mean, he did pick up 5 of the health potions, so that's going to be a lot of sustainability in the lane. And then at the bottom lane, of course, we're seeing Gangplank and Tarek's just going to be babysitting the heck out of this Gangplank so we can build up as much farm as possible. And then, obviously, excuse me, they're getting a Skype call. Obviously, we have Gragas and Janna down there, which is another pretty strong lane, which we actually seen these guys run just a few minutes ago on the other cast that we have done.
Yeah, that does seem to be a favorite of the two of theirs. They definitely run a very strong Janna Gragas. Gragas gets a lot of farm in that lane. He's extremely good at farming, and they really channel it into a really strong mid-game with a lot of dragon control.
Yep. So, who's your guess on first blood here? We have not watched this replay, by the way, guys. We started to and forgot that we had put the cast live. We seemed like literally the first minute of it. So what is your guess for first blood here, Centripetal? Let's hear your predictions.
I don't know. I think it might be this Urgot. I feel like if Warwick gets a strong gank with maybe like a Janna, it could be this Urgot. He seems to be playing a little bit aggressively, but it really depends on where the junglers decide to go first.
Okay. Good points there. And how about for the winner of this game? What's your predictions here?
I don't know. I kind of like HKEGG. I've seen them run just a 2-carry team, and they've done well with it. They really know how to protect their Ashe. They're extremely good about babysitting Ashe and just letting her do work for the team. So I feel like if they do that, they might have a good chance.
Okay, and I'm going to go the opposite with you, and I'm going to go OGB, just because V-Man had a pretty devastating rise earlier. I know he's not playing him now, but he was very, very strong earlier through the laning phase, and definitely showed me that he knew his stuff, as he was up against a Vladimir, who he actually was able to completely zone out.
That is true. We'll see if his Pirate is as strong as his rise.
So let's look at, I guess, some starting items here. Oh, it looks like they might have caught Janna here, as Janna does have her Whirlwind buffed up. It's going to be barely missing Taric as he pushed himself ahead of that. He did stun her, trying to push her back. But again, Taric just roaming out of this lane, letting Gragas get all of that farm. And he's just going to the point where he's going to attempt to gank HK Knob here in middle, who still has all 5 health potions remaining and that beautiful cloth armor. But we may actually see some action happening here as we see Udyr coming in from behind after Morgana. Morgana with the black shield up, able to come just in time to stop her from that stun, and that's not happening. And she then is going to turn around and snare, and that is another failed gank. Both teams attempting quite a bit here, and neither team being successful yet, except for at the bottom now. Taric coming in, but I mean, still not enough damage there this early in the game to really put somebody on their back. And again, folks, we are in RoarChat. If you go to roarchat.net, you can search for channels, find the channel called E-Rev. It's nice if you have an account. It's nice to get to know people, get to know people's names and stuff like that. Otherwise, if you don't have one, you don't want to make one, you want to be anonymous, no problem. Just log in as a guest, and they'll take care of you there. So it's pretty cool. I'm kind of a big fan of the RoarChat system here, just because it's such a great design, and I had a chance to talk to the creator of it this afternoon, and he coded this thing himself, so he's put a lot of time and work into it. So if you get a chance to use it during the cast, it's just great, and it complements E-Rev TV very, very well. So, Centripetal, any thoughts up to this point that you've got about the match here?
I'm just sort of scanning all the lanes, looking, seeing if anyone's getting any early advantages, but this looks like the makings of a really strong game, because we aren't seeing any team come out to a big early advantage, which leads me to believe it's going to be close unless one team massively pulls ahead in the next couple minutes.
Yeah, I've got it up on my screen here, what the CS is, the current CS. So we have Urgot barely pulling ahead of Ashe, right around 10 CS right now. And Udyr's going to be pairing up very well with what Warwick's going to be at. Gangplank sitting at 32, so he's getting quite a bit of farm at the bottom, but Gragas matching that quite evenly. So up to this point, you guys, this is a very, very even game. And, I mean, I wish I had a lot more to talk about on here, but unfortunately I don't. So now's a chance for you to come on to E-Rev-N's channel in RoarChat and to send us a shout-out, which we can say on the air for you, as long as it's something that's appropriate, and get those out of the way here before all the action picks up, and then we wouldn't have time to do it. So one thing that I've noticed here, Centripetal, is that Taric's basically put in a roaming position right now. He's just in and out here trying to keep Ashe back so that Urgot can get the majority of the farm.
Yeah, Taric's a really strong character in that kind of role. He doesn't need a lot of farm, he doesn't need a lot of levels. So he can really just go from lane to lane, bouncing around, helping people who need help. Just sort of zoning with that long-range stun. And, because if you get a stun and then Urgot lands and gets a full combo off, you could definitely do a lot of damage. So Ashe has to play more defensive whenever Taric's in the lane.
Yeah, so we've seen Gragas push all the way up to the tower down there. Gangplank using his ult to fend him off. So basically, yeah, just a lot of farm going back and forth, guys. I wish there was a whole lot of action that I could really commentate on, because I love getting excited and hyped up about this game. To me, League of Legends is just a pretty awesome game, and some of these exciting team fights, sometimes I just lose control. If you've watched any of my casts here, don't fake anything. I naturally get excited when this stuff is happening, so it's pretty cool.
I'm definitely interested to see how both teams start to react, because we are getting closer towards the first dragon. We're sort of getting to where teams are going to start to think about it, because their junglers are hitting 6. and we might see a team go for an early dragon, which would definitely add a lot of excitement to the game.
Yeah, I'm like pretty stoked about this first gank and first team fight. And you know what? This is our first game that we've seen reach the 9-minute mark without first blood that we've casted today. And we've casted like 4 of them.
Yeah, neither team wants to make a stupid mistake and give anything away here, which that's good. That means we're going to have 2 teams really going at it, trying their hardest, which is always more fun to watch.
Yep, again, guys, if you're just now joining us in this cast that we have for you, feel free to head on over www.roarchat.net, and you can go there, and inside there's going to be a channel called E-Rev N. And whenever you go to E-Rev N, you can basically mingle with other gamers, and feel free to hop on and do some shout-outs or anything like that you want to do that we can get on the air for you, or discuss the match in general. So if you're a little bored right now, and because we're not having a whole bunch of commentary to put into this, head on over there, and it should make it a little more exciting for you.
It's actually pretty cool. I just took a look at the Roar chat, and V-Man's actually in the chat right now, so he might talk to you about the game, answer questions if you ask him, because he is playing in this game as a Gangplank and bottom lane.
Yeah, and what's really weird is this is HKEGG's second game in a row that they've had against a Gangplank. Weren't they against one last game as they took on, who was it, SN?
Yeah, they did indeed play against SN's Gangplank, and they definitely managed to shut him down, so they know their stuff.
Yeah, they did very, very well here. Ash getting caught with that stun. Now getting swapped with Urgot, and now they're starting to beat away at her. Janet just happens to be in that area, and she's going to use the knock-up in the shield to try to get out of there. And now they have a Gangplank trying to go for this first blood. She's almost there. Now they've switched back around and began to go after Janna. I believe Janna's going to go down here as they have caught her. And there she goes. First blood coming from Urgot. Ash with low health trying to escape, and now they began to work this into to getting Warwick and Gragas. Looks like they were able to pick up Dragon there, so that's pretty neat. HK grabbing Dragon, but they did lose one along the way. And Ash coming back into this with very low health, and she's just trying to poke away here. And now, things not looking too good for OGB, because they started to get attacked as well. Urgot with very low health, trying to come in for this action here. Morgana with the ultimate off on Udyr, and he is going down. So this was pretty much an even swap here, 3 for 2 in favor of OGB, and they might finish up here and pick up Gragas as well. Gragas using his dash to get away, almost dead, and I think he's barely escaping there with very, very little health. Urgot trying to poke in there and get him with some of his lawn-draining stuff, and he does go down there from V-Man. I think that poison's actually what took him down, and now they're beginning to poke around here, and Morgana going maybe down. She's got her black shield up. Gangplank getting attacked, and oh, what's going to happen here? Oh my gosh, Morgana taking down Gangplank. So we're seeing 4-4, the current score right now, as they were just going at it forever. This fight started here, ended down here, and I feel like I've been talking for like 20 minutes. Centripetal, give me a little break. Take it away.
Yeah, that was just an awesome team fight. You saw so many back and forths there. You saw a lot of good plays there. The Janna obviously got picked off early, but they definitely bounced back. And they managed, I mean, Morgana just played that perfectly. He got him to dive, he black shielded, got the double kill there at the tower, and the actual red buff from the Pirate Parlay actually finished off that Gragas, which was funny to watch. But, I mean, that was just such a well-fought team fight by both teams. Maybe a little bit chasey, but, I mean, both teams really played it well, and that was a very entertaining team fight.
And we would have to say the team coming out on head there would have to be HK, because they stalemated that 4-4, but HK picking up the Dragon kill there, giving them that slight gold advantage.
Oh yeah, definitely. Plus Morgana actually picking up free kills is huge.
So let's look at the CS right now. Sion looks like he's taking the lead there, 106 CS. I believe while a lot of that was going on, he might have been up at the top farming there, because he has quite a bit of creep kills right now.
Yeah, we'll see if Morgana's free kills is going to be able to pull it back in her favor some.
Yeah, 3 kills are pretty solid. Look at that, 12 minutes 36 seconds in, and she's already finished that ROA. That is pretty beast. So back to the middle lane here. Urgot doing a pretty good job at harassing Ash back. throughout this time. He's currently sitting at 77 creep kills compared to the 76 from Ash. So they're stalemated. Most of the lanes are pretty much at a stalemate right now, except for the Scion up top. As he's trying to get away from Morgana. Morgana possibly going to pick up a 4th kill. His shield comes up. He is almost dead. We've got the puddle down, and barely going to get away, thanks to Death Caress, giving him that little bit of a shield to get out of there. And now he is going to diff out. Ash arrow going up. Will it hit? Oh, barely. Oh, no, it does hit. Oh, my God, on the replay, it moves into it. Did you see that, Centripetal? What an Ash shot.
Oh, yeah. That Ash arrow was absolutely perfect. It nailed that Scion, and that's just great individual play. First for that Morgana to get him that low, and then Ash to hit the across-map arrow from long distance was just perfect.
Yeah, that was pretty sick, dude. Like, and I seen Scion there, and I seen them ping that it was coming, and like he moves down and actually like moves into it. So that was nice, man. I don't know how much luck was involved in that, but that was pretty cool. One of the highlights of this cast.
Oh yeah, for sure. I mean, that's gonna hurt Scion a lot. He was doing so well up at 111 CS, and now Morgana's definitely gonna get a chance to catch up, and it's gonna help HKEGG even more.
Well, yeah, and it almost works out even better because that kill on Scion, instead of going to Morgana, it goes to their AD carry. So that's still something that's going to really pay off towards the mid to late game.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. Getting a kill onto Ash is huge, considering she didn't pick up any in the team fight. Getting one there helps her a lot.
Yep, and again, guys, we're starting to get more and more people in here. You can go ahead and join. We still have about 30 slots left in our channel here, the E-Rev in channel on War Chat. So it's only going to be available for the first 30 people that can get in there. Otherwise, you're kind of out of luck. So if you get a chance, head on over there, roarchat.net. And you can go in there, and that's where we're having all of our action at, as we see Scion trying to come after Warwick here. Warwick at the blue buff. Morgana's met herself there, too, using the snare, but snaring that neutral creep in front of her. An Ash arrow, and that's going to come in, and that's going to pummel Scion again. Yeah, he's seen that before, and now he just took another one of those arrows to the face, and now that's going to start up a fight here, as we have Urgot, really good position behind the fighters. He's just going right after Warwick, and a lot of long-range shots that he's being able to put in there, making sure that he's not getting into position. HK Knob running up a little bit too far here and beginning to take some damage. And these 3 people need to get out of here. Gangplank still positioned at the bottom of the bottom part of the map here and hasn't began to come up and help out the rest of his team. And finally he realizes what's going on, and now he's coming up here. Morgana sitting at very low health, and Urgot's just trying to pummel away at her. Black shield up to try to protect her from any of these stuns or damage. And there we go. We see him going back up there, and I believe he's flashing up there, and now immediately going after Janna. What an epic fight this is turning out to be. None of these are quick. These are just long, drawn-out fights. And we see a ult there from Gragas pushing everybody back. Urgot picking up one of the kills. Chasing them around. Everybody at super low health here. Gangplank with enough mana. Can he get the parlay? Oh, they're all barely escaping here. I've never seen so many people at such low health on both teams here. These fights are just very, very long and drawn out to where nobody has health, and they keep coming back for more and more and more.
Yeah, that was a really, really strong team fight from both teams. I mean, I'm a Cutie Pie hit a really, really nice Urgot Q through the wall to pick up that kill on Gragas. I mean, Morgana cleaned off V-Man there in the bush. I mean, it's definitely fun to watch these teams go at it.
Yeah, I mean, I really like to see the fights that are just going forever, because it makes me talk for so long, and then I end up out of breath, and I don't feel like I'm going to pass out. But they're definitely good, and you can see the big difference between these two teams and some of the other teams that we've casted throughout this event. These guys are just so organized, and the carries are so well protected, and the teams realize that that's what they have to do, and you always see them meet shield and bodyguard for stuff like that. While all that was going on, looks like the top tower did get pushed and taken down, so first tower is going to go towards OGB right now.
It is important, the tower pushing. I mean, if they have the creep advantage, that just gives them a free tower, basically, because there's no way anybody's going to be top farming that while there's such a huge team fight going on at bottom, which is definitely good.
Yeah, that was a nice team fight. We've had two really solid team fights right now. Score being 5-6 in favor of OGB right now. And let's take a look at some items and see what's progressing on throughout this game here. So Scion already picking up the needlessly large rod. Urgot picks up the Man Immune. Gangplank already with the BF sword, 2 Avarice blades, and 2 Philosopher's stones. I believe we've seen that one before, haven't we?
Yep, that is the exact same build that we saw earlier, which didn't work, but maybe this time it'll be used to greater effect.
And the second dragon looks like right now we are having some action around here as we're seeing OGB trying to grab this dragon. And the dragon's still not down. I don't know who's going to end up grabbing this, but it has started up a team fight where Morgana again's picking up another kill here. Scion now being chased by Warwick and Ash. Cylon flashing up and over the wall there. Urgot battling out with Gragas. Gragas forcing him out of the fight right now. And now we're seeing Gangplank trying to go for that easy kill on Janna. Will it go down? Yes, he does pick up the double kill there. Now he's being put into another bad spot as Warwick and Ash both chasing him. And now Warwick, the chaser, becoming the chasee and being taken down. Urgot with a lot of damage throughout these team fights and very good targeting. And looks like those guys picking up 4 kills on HKEGG. Only one that lived there was Ash with not too much health. And I don't believe anybody died on OGB.
Yeah, definitely. OGB fought that really well. They managed to keep Urgot alive, and they got a pretty early kill on Morgana. Morgana used her ult, charged into the middle of them, and sure, she did a lot of damage, but she was their 4 or 5-0 carry, and she got taken out early in the fight, which really, really hurt them. It lowered their damage by a huge amount, and they actually ended up just getting outkilled at the end.
Yep. And again, guys, since we've got a quick little break here, if you are just joining us, go check out roarchat.net. You can find the channel for E-Rev in there and hop on and do some talking in the channel. It's pretty good. We have Kira the Light, the moderator for one of the moderators for RoarChat in here hanging out with us too. So pretty exciting night over here. For this game, 9-7 the scores. We're now roughly 20 minutes into the game, hitting the 19-minute mark right now. Some core items being built by a lot of these champions. So let's start talking about those again. As I said before, Urgot picking up the Man Immune. Also has a Brutalizer along with that. Warwick looks like he's trying to piece together his Madrids. But maybe going in Aegis. I don't know, just a couple different items. I wouldn't see that would be a viable item. But Nob HK, again, looks almost like the same item build that he was using on his Ashe the last time. Going to be going for IE first. And Janna's just going to continue to grab her wards and build more Doran's rings as time allows her.
I'm actually interested that Tark hasn't made a quicker move towards Aegis of the Legion. It seems like it's going to be pretty delayed. And I guess Warwick is getting it for Nob. Yeah, for Nob, because I don't see anyone else even starting to build one, and that's a pretty necessary item.
Yep, that's kind of what I was thinking. And, I almost felt like an idiot saying that, just because I just say whatever the first items come to mind that are viable. And I'm like, really? An Aegis? That doesn't make sense. But it's probably what we're seeing out of it.
I'm guessing it's because they're putting absolutely no farm on the Janna. And to expect her to build an Aegis with getting no creep kills and warding is really not viable. But, I don't know, they might put it on Gragas too. Gragas is probably a stronger pick, but we'll have to see.
Yes, we will. So the 2 towers are down here. We see HKEGG losing both of those throughout this match. And that's definitely going to give more gold to OGB. So the way that the CS is going right now, Gangplank at 139, leading the way for... I'm sorry, 140. Tied with Scion, and that's kind of leading the way for OGB. HKEGG, their highest farm champions, Morgana, and with 5 kills and only 1 death. She's sitting pretty on gold right now. She's had her ROA since about 12 minutes into the game, and picking up a blasting wand here.
Yeah, the farm's actually pretty even. I mean, the biggest discrepancy is Warwick being quite a bit below Udyr. which that's definitely going to hurt, but it might not be the end of the game.
And we do see initiation here in the middle as we're seeing Gragas getting swapped out by Urgot, and he is just dropping down, trying to get out of there, but he wasn't able to, and the rest of this team trying to come back up here. We might see Morgana trying to poke in there with a snare, wasn't able to grab that.
Yeah, that's just a really good heads-up play by that Urgot to get the swap.
And looks like we're going to see Ash drop as well, with a good combination of skills there from Tarek, Urgot, Scion with actually an initiation on that, and then Gangplank dropping that ult on top just to try to grab that. One key thing to look at here is VMan7 playing Gangplank has been sitting at the bottom lane now against Janna, gathering this free farm for about 2 minutes now. So he is just putting more and more CS on the board here, as he is up to the highest CS in the game at 153. Not to mention tons of items that are giving him gold right now. He's literally picking up 1 gold per second, I believe.
Yeah, it's rather ridiculous seeing the farm of this pirate. He's going to become uncontrollable real soon. And, I mean, HK really doesn't have a counter because Grog isn't going to be able to pump out the same amount of damage as Gangplank. They're really relying on their Ashe and their double shield for Ashe to carry them through this game. So we'll have to see if that actually works.
Well, yeah, and we have Warwick as well, so I mean he can bring some stuff to the table. And at the pace that Morgana's going, I mean she can still be a pretty strong AP carry if she's able to get to the point that she needs to be at. So they do have some options here. But right now, the team that I am going for is winning. So what do you think about that, man? Look at you, the rookie, trying to think you know more than me.
Touche. Yeah, I don't know. They played this mid game really well. They got off to a little advantage, and now they've just snowballed it with those nice picks in mid, just the dragon kills. They're playing it well. They're taking every little advantage. They're turning it into bigger advantages, and if this keeps up, they're definitely the stronger team right now.
Yep, and we have some more action kind of gathering around the middle. And as V-Man just said in chat, yeah, the farm may be close, but he does have parlay, so that's even more gold going towards him. So this guy is just like a banker, just like racking up the bling. And that's not going to be good for these guys later on in the game. And again, he's found himself down here at the bottom lane, just free farming it up. La 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 la, I'm getting gold, woohoo. Oh, there's a tower, let's kill it too. And wait, here we go. OGB now still controlling the lanes here as they're now at Dragon. Warwick and Gragas, Janna and Ashe all coming in here, and they're being forced out of that Dragon. I don't think that enough of OGB is going to be here quick enough to finish off that Dragon and pick that up for him as he is now running back in here. But again, Dragon's going to be the same situation with the third fighter as Ashe immediately taking a lot of damage here, getting shielded by Janna as well as by Morgana, and she's trying to get out of here. But Urgot still just doing an amazing job sitting from afar, doing a ton of damage as now we see Morgana drop out as well. Ashe nearly dead as she's trying to escape. Tarek's stunned. She's at no health and he's just going to give her a love tap, baby, and she goes down too. Gragas running away from the other side back down the river, and they're going to continue to chase this Janna here as they are trying to tower dive it. Oh, her little knockup's going to keep them from doing that, and now we're going to see Urgot backing off, and they're taking down 3 of them in the fight. 14-7 the score right now. OGB with quite a devastating lead early on here in the match.
Yeah, they played that team fight really well. They knew who they had to go for. They had V-Man in a really good spot, sitting in that bush, so the enemy team actually didn't know where he was. So Ashe actually retreated right into V-Man, and he just parlayed through the black shield and just dropped her. And the entire team chased well. Warwick is not tanky enough to survive these team fights right now, and Morgana went down because she had the black shield Ashe. And the fight was just over. The support crumbled, and Ashe could do nothing but get that love tap, as you so eloquently put it.
Mm-hmm. Love tap from Tarek. Oh, hey! So, Tarek now picking up his, I don't know how long he's had that, but he definitely has an Oracle Elixirs, which is going to allow him to scout through the map better. And they grabbed the Dragon there, which I forgot to mention, which is going to give Gangplank some more of the thing that he loves the most, which is gold! Beautiful, beautiful gold. As we now see him Infinity Edge and Phantom Dancer.
Farming.
So much farm. At this point, Gangplank is just going to just basically destroy these guys. There's not going to be much that they can do.
I just saw Udyr actually pick up a Trinity Force, so he's not even going defensive. He feels confident that they just have the damage to just win the team fight straight up. Normally Udyr builds a little bit tankier, but if they have a huge lead, he can just go straight Trinity and deal ridiculous amounts of damage in the mid game.
Yeah, and look where we find Gangplank again. Hello, more free farm.
Doing what he does best.
Doing what he does best, picking up that free farm at bottom. And I don't know how HKEGG hasn't seen what's going on yet and started to get in on that. And yes, we do see what's happening here as these guys have began to work their way towards Baron, as we see Udyr going after the Baron kill here. Urgot still in middle. These guys are completely unaware of that they're at Baron now. Although this mid lane did just get pushed. Urgot and Sion going to join them there. And if they grab this Baron buff, it's definitely going to give OGB an even more devastating chance to win this next team fight than what they already have. Gangplank still at the bottom, free farming that he's going to back, and Baron is going down. These guys are not going to catch this, and this just got stuck in here. Gragas does try to run over here and see if he's there, and they may be able to grab him and do a gank. Udyr ghosting and using his bear stance to try to run after him. Janna with the knockup that's going to hold him back, and looks like they're going to try to engage in this fight middle. Morgana with the snare landing on Tarek, and a little volley there from Ashe, and these guys are going to back out of this team fight. You don't want to go into this fight half health. You just got Baron buff. Go back, heal up, buy your items, then come back and attack at a more viable time.
Yeah, I can't believe that they've managed to stick that. They really should have clairvoyanced that. I don't know what clairvoyance was used on, but that was a mistake. They had no vision. 5 champions were missing, even Gangplank backed, so they really should have been more aware of that, and I don't know. That might have sealed the deal. That's a really early Baron and a really fed team.
Gangplank picking up a second Phantom Dancer there, so he now has IE and 2 Phantom Dancers. And look at that! Look at oh my God! All the way through the wall! What a shot by Urgot as he is able to finish off Ashe there, landing that skill shot from the Q spell, and we watched Ashe just drop down there. Oh my gosh, that was pretty nice, especially because it was a little blind there.
I'm not sure if that Urgot Q went through both the Black Shield and the Janna Shield, but if it did, holy crap, that did some damage. And Ashe just got dropped through both shields, I think. And that's just ridiculous amounts of damage coming out of this Urgot.
Yeah, Urgot's already at 279 damage with the Baron buff right now as they began to push towards the middle tower. This team can confidently say that they can take the middle tower, but I didn't even notice this up at the top. Look at that, as we had Gangplank and Udyr both going towards the top lane, and now this Gangplank's just chasing down Gragas and Warwick, and look at this, boom! Oh my gosh, half of Janna's health just instantly gone from there, and he is just running around like a madman, jumps up there, and it looks like he's getting a little cocky as he's just zooming through this map, everybody chasing after him, dodging the Ashe arrow there, and now barely going down to Morgana, but these guys are just fighting all around this map right now. I'm a cutie pie, which is Urgot, still just destroying people right now. Urgot being such a strong champ as of late, I'm seeing him used more and more in competitive play, and he is just destroying it. This is the reason why. I mean, if this Shoutcast gets out, we're going to see half of the 1100 Elo bracket banning Urgot next week.
Yeah, that was a crazy team fight. I mean, they're just sort of playing with him now. This game's pretty confidently over. V-Man's not even trying anymore. He's just lolling his way across the battlefield while Urgot and Sion clean up half the team.
He's lolling his way across there super fast and in style, though.
Oh, yeah. With his, 70 billion gold-generating items.
And his 5 million movement speed per second. What's he at for movement speed? 501. That's where he is at for his movement speed right now. Middle inhibitor and bottom inhibitor is both going down. This looks like it is over. OGB going to come out as the victors of this, unless somehow HKEGG pulls some amazing something out of somewhere where I'm not going to mention on the air and ends up winning this game.
Yeah, that would be an incredibly amazing comeback. And it wouldn't even be their doing. At this point, OGB would have to royally mess up in order to lose. Even if HK plays this perfectly, they can't come back from a deficit this large.
Yeah, we'd have to see Gangplank just disconnect from the server. That would be about the only way.
and I still give them positive odds.
And look at that. One parlay. Already he's making just HK Knob his bitch there as he takes him down. V-Man just putting out a devastating outcome of damage here, but finally he's going to be taken down 4v1. Not his best scenario, but he does go in there and show HK Knob what is up. And here we see...
if you have an assassin type character that can just 1v1 your carry that hard, it's over.
Yeah, I'm a cutie pie. Doing a great job. Look at this swap back over with Morgana. Barely getting that black shield off before the Tarek's stun. And there we see her using her snare, holding him back. But Scion catching Janna. And she goes down to Urgot. And another one of Urgot's beautiful shots there. She does die.
Yeah, I'm a cutie pie is playing an extremely strong Urgot. Like, he did get early feed, but I've seen some really strong plays out of him. And this is definitely a dangerous character for him to play.
I'm telling you, I'm about to main Urgot. Put that as my status message. I'm gonna go rock my 1100 Elo bracket with Urgot.
I mean, now they're just 3v5ing. This is really ridiculous how strong this team has been.
They're just wanting this. And then HK Knob dropping. Boom, he goes down. I'm a cutie pie chasing down Morgana. Morgana using the black shield again to get away. And Santa Claus Gragas is just going to sit out here and go down as well. Morgana with the snare landing on Urgot, but that's not going to be enough to even come close to holding this team back right now, as they have taken down all three inhibitors. Boom, 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 it's down as well, and now pushed up to the towers here, and they are at the Nexus already, ladies and gentlemen. This game is over. Warwick trying to come out, everybody snatched him up. He's barely going to get away from there as he is in the well. This is over, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you guys for joining us at E-Rev TV, as this was the ESL Qualifier Finals. HKEGG taking on OGB. OGB coming out with the big W here. Centripetal, anything you want to say before we take off?
That was a really enjoyable match. It shows you that just one or two team fights in the early beginning. I mean, this was a really even match. One or two team fights snowballs into this kind of win, if you're doing it right.
Yeah, guys, congratulations to both teams for making it that far in the qualifiers bracket. Obviously, both of them pretty well-respected teams here. Congrats again to OGB for picking up that victory, and we wish them best of luck to moving on to any further tournaments and leagues that they go into. And on behalf of E-Rev TV and Centripetal, I am Pat, the Twiz Harrison, and thanks for joining us this evening. We are out.